Welcome to part 4 of making your Beyblade combos and then trying to beat it. Last video had over 600 comments, which is absolutely crazy. Now let's get on to the first combo. Our first combo comes from Weeaboo Gamer. He requested Earthlink's free 230 Eternal White defense. The tip and spin track spin freely, which I would think could assist in stamina preservation. Alright, I got all your parts and let's assemble your combo. This combo seems like an overall balance between stamina and defense and is overall pretty interesting to use since both the spin track and tip both free spin, causing less friction between the Beyblade and the stadium. I've actually tried the F230 Eternal White defense combo before and it can actually spin quite long compared to a regular 230 white defense tip combo. And now let's see what combo I'll be using. I will be going with an attack type Beyblade as I think it's the best way to defeat yours. My combo is Vulcan Zarafa Rubber 145 right rubber flat. The Vulcan fusion wheel is a pretty top tier attack type fusion wheel as the two blades can provide some really good upper attacks. I also chose the Rubber 145 spin track because it will give me enough height and weight to get right under the Earth fusion wheel of your Beyblade. And the right rubber flat tip is basically just another cherry on top as it will overall increase my attack power. I'll be doing first to 2 points for these battles. The first battle didn't go so well as my Beyblade did get some really good hits, but unfortunately the wall saved the other Beyblade. I personally love using attack types as it just feels a lot more satisfying knocking other Beyblades out, but it's pretty hard sometimes since these days there are a lot of existing combos that balance defense and stamina so efficiently where it's pretty hard to get any good knockouts. The first round goes to your Beyblade with a 0-1 scoreline. This was a really good hit for my Beyblade and now the score is tied with the 1-1 scoreline. This was another good battle because my Beyblade was right about to run out of energy. Overall, this combo is pretty good, but I think the main issue is the height as it allows other Beyblades to basically scoop you out of the arena. And I think a regular short height spin track would probably be more efficient with the same tip. From Blake Nicholas, in the meantime, I've got to call back to an OG Beyblade Geeks video about banned metal fight combos. The combo is Twisted Tempo Boost Disc 145 Rubber Sharp with a metal faceball. BBG William will be forever remembered. Man, I remember watching Beyblade Geeks back in the day with William in it. Seeing the news about his passing was absolutely heartbreaking, but I'm glad that Beyblade Geeks are doing much better now. This combo is an extremely, and when I mean extremely, it is an extremely good defense combo. The Twisted Fusion Wheel is already a top tier defense fusion wheel paired with the Boost Disc spin track and a rubber sharp tip, which basically makes it an immovable object. I'm just going to show you guys how this Beyblade works against a top tier attack type Beyblade, which is not my combo. This is just Diablo Nemesis with a rubber flat tip. It barely budges Twisted Tempo at all. Now for my combo, I'm going to go with the Spin Stealer. My combo is El Drago CH120 Rubber Defense Flat. The reason why I chose this combo specifically is because the CH120 spin track is tall enough for me to avoid hitting your spin track. Also, the rubber defense flat tip is great for defense, especially in opposite spin matchups as it has high LED to outlast the opposing Beyblade by a millisecond. We're also going to be doing a best of 2 for this match. Now, I don't know why, but when you're using a Spin Stealer, it's actually better to launch at low speed. I remember going to a Beyblade tournament for Metal Fight and this one guy had a Spin Stealer that launched his Beyblade at very low strength every time and he kept winning. Generally, the matchup should end up equalizing in spin when two Beyblades of opposite spin direction are hitting each other, so if anyone knows why it's better to launch at low strength compared to full, please let me know in the comments. So if you guys didn't know, in the Metal Fight Limited format, the Twisted Fusion Wheel is actually banned because it's just too good for stamina and defense. Anyways, this matchup ended up being very close surprisingly as I thought I would easily take the win and I even had to slow-mo the ending just to make sure I can see who won. Now for the next battle, I just decided to see if it would work if I could just spin it with my hand. Also, another reason why I chose a Spin Stealer here is because since your Beyblade has a rubber sharp tip, it'll pretty much grasp the center of the stadium most of the time, which basically means that I can pretty much free hit you at all times. And if the spin stealing Beyblade is able to hit you, it's pretty much able to do what it's doing best, which is spin stealing. I found Spin Stealers to actually be pretty well countered against Tornado Stallers, as you can't really Spin Steal if the Beyblade is running around the stadium that also has high stamina. Now this battle was especially really close, as I had to slow-mo this down to like 20% just to make sure I can see who actually won here. But if you look very closely, my Beyblade just ended up winning with one slight rotation. To recap, I could see why this Beyblade is a banned combo, as it's just way too good in defense, and it actually has some pretty good stamina due to the rubber sharp. But it does have its slight weakness, and I think if you change the rubber sharp into like a eternal wide defense, this would be much better. Our third comment goes to LCS Solo Q. This combo is one I used at tournaments and beat everybody. Try Duo Cancer TH170 Eternal Wide Defense. Already, I can see that this Beyblade is overall a super good Beyblade in stamina and defense and will be naturally hard to beat. Duo is probably one of the best wheels you can use for a stamina combo, as the ring has extremely low recoil. And when paired with the Eternal Wide Defense tip, it pretty much just increases its stamina a lot more. This combo is something I would probably struggle going against, so I will probably have to go with a top tier attack combo with the Flash Fusion Wheel. Now my combo is Flash, Uranus, Gravity Ball 145 right rubber flat. I honestly did not intend the name to be this, I just had the energy Uranus because I was taking apart my Duo Uranus for your Fusion Wheel. The Flash Fusion Wheel is the best fusion wheel for attack and metal fight. I've also paired it up with the Gravity Ball 145 spin track, as the metal balls will add a lot more weight, which will lead to stronger hits, especially because of the right rubber flat tip. For this match, I'll be doing first to 3 points. I don't know if it's just me, but it's super satisfying hearing Flash hit other Beyblades, as it just makes a sound no other Beyblade does. Flash is probably the one reason why attack Beyblades can probably still be good against other fusion wheels like Duo or Death. This is just my opinion, but if you're using Flash, you should pair it up with the rubber tip. The Flash Fusion Wheel just has so much recoil that when it actually hits other Beyblades, it also takes a lot of recoil itself. The rubber tip basically gives it another layer of resistance, which basically lowers the recoil it takes itself. The score is now 2-1. And there you go, that's the last point you needed to take the win. To recap, this Beyblade is actually a top tier combo, and I'm sure if I used any other attack type besides Flash, that I would have probably have lost. Our last comment goes to ISM Bombonatrix. Great content, my combo is Meteor El Drago H145 rubber flat. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So it looks like you're using a left spin attack type Beyblade, and I really like how you're using the H145 spin track, as that's one of my favorite attack type spin tracks to use. This is a pretty cool looking combo, and I have personally used this combo but with the Lightning El Drago Fusion Wheel at a tournament before, and it did pretty well. Now I'm going to be going with a defense type Beyblade, which will be pretty good in stamina, especially because it's the opposite spin matchup. Here I have Earth Zarafa 125 rubber defense flat. Remember how I said rubber defense flat is good in opposite spin matchup? Well, this is probably why I'm using it here, and it's also really good because your Beyblade is an attack type Beyblade, and the rubber on this tip will pretty much deflect every attack. As you can see in this battle, Meteor El Drago is trying its hardest to knock out my Beyblade, but the rubber defense flat is providing too much value for mine. Meteor El Drago lost a lot of momentum when trying to hit my Beyblade, which basically made your Beyblade stagnant in the center. Now, the result of this battle will end up seeing which Beyblade can outlast each other. This is where the rubber defense flat tip LED kicks in, which should end up making my Beyblade win. Honestly, this is probably one of the coolest battles I've ever seen, because the rubber defense flat tip on a certain angle can actually go in attack mode. Let's watch this replay in slow-mo. My Beyblade got hit onto its side, which pretty much angled it to an attack mode state and knocked your Beyblade out. I made a funny edit, so I'm just gonna put it right here.
You know what, man? I'm so sick of this bullshit. Bruh.
Alright, this will be the final match, and I'll show you why this is the final match. Yeah, I know some of you guys have seen my Beyblades burst in battle, but this did not just burst, it literally broke the face bolt. Honestly, really unfortunate because I'm pretty limited on El Drago face bolts, but you know what, it's alright because it's content. If you guys made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and if you want your combo to be in the next video, please comment down right below this video.